ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video here on our channel on the FIFA Analyst, and today we are bringing you another tier list, but we're looking at wingers today, which is a very hard tier list to do, if I'm honest with you, because I don't know, I don't feel like we have a load of options. I mean, I'm going to give you a load of cards ranging from cheap all the way to the most expensive, but I feel like most people tend to use the same sort of wingers anyway. But here we go. We're going to tell you where I rank these cards. Now, first of all, let's lay down the rules and the foundations of this video. If a card isn't there, it either means that I don't think they're good enough at this stage of the game at all to be considered, or I haven't used them. I try to only comment on cards that I've used, that I've got some experience with. That way I can actually tell you whether I like them and whether I think they're good or not. So there is obviously some cards which you won't see, so that may be the reason why. Second of all, it is all my only opinion. Everyone has different opinions with each card on FIFA, so do remember that. We have the S tier all the way down to the C tier. I haven't done a D tier for this video because I put one player in it originally, and I'm just going to tell you who it is at the start and then tell you how bad he is and why I don't like him. But the S tier is the best tier, the one where, you know, if you can get them into your team, if you have the money for them, go and get them. They are by far the best. I don't include heroes and I don't include icons. Heroes on the winger side of things, Ginola would probably be the best one for you to get out on the wing, but I do not include icons purely because I think they're in a league of their own. I think they deserve kind of their own conversation, their own video, rather than these gold cards, promo cards, and so on. So now we've established that, let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to start off, as I said, with the player which I just don't think makes any tier for me, and it actually is Diaby. And some of you may be surprised by this. I despise his card so much. I've used his rule breaker. I've got his inform in my Road to Glory team at the minute, and I think he's terrible. I think he's so bad. 4-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot. And do you know why I think he's so bad? Because he's only got pace. He cannot finish his dinner. Couldn't hit a barn door. He's terrible for me personally. So that's why he would just be, yeah, just don't use him. That'll be my opinion on him anyway. But now the proper C tier on who I think on here. We're going to start off with Sanae. Leroy Sanae. I actually used to love Leroy Sané's cards on FIFA. And you may not agree with me here. You know, you may put him higher. I think this guy is usable, but I just don't particularly get on with him the way that I used to. 4-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot. The work rates suck. Him being 6 foot, he's not very agile for a winger. He kind of just... I think he has that brilliant baseline speed in a straight line to go. And, you know, the finishing on this card is better, obviously, at 87 finishing, 93 shot power, and 86 composure. But it's clunky. He can't dribble. He can't do much for me. That's the reason why I don't really like Leroy Sané's cards anymore on FIFA. I used to like him on FIFA 18, but not so much anymore. This card is a very interesting one because it's not that bad, but he's very overpriced on the numbers up card that he's got. He has a brilliant left foot, you know, good kind of long shots, but the finishing is 82, which is a little bit low. And overall for a winger, he's very predictable because of that 2-star weak foot. The thing that saves him is the 5-star skill moves. The reason why I've put him kind of in this category and not the one above is just because of the price range on this card nowadays. I still think this Di Maria, for what he is, if I'm honest with you, it is fairly expensive. I'll just try and see if I can I'll try and see if I can see the numbers up one for you. If we search by quality and just show you how much it is. It's still like 390k, which I just think is a lot of money for a 2-star weak foot winger. You know, when you got Messi out there as well at PSG, a lot of people just aren't really going to consider him. Now, I'm putting this guy in here because of the height, and I just feel like he gets bullied. I don't feel like he's a winger. I don't feel like he does well anywhere on the pitch, if I'm honest with you. And that's Insigne. I've used this Team of the Year honourable mentions, and I used his 88 Adidas numbers up SPC that he had. And I just don't like Insigne. His shooting isn't good enough. Like, he really doesn't provide you much in the shooting department. His passing is good. You know, he is a very good playmaker, and he's very good with dribbling. But look at the strength, man. 37. Literally, if Koulibaly decided to drop a fart, he'd fall over. I couldn't have him in my team because of that. Like, he just really isn't. Like, you know, the wind honestly would knock him over. This video is sponsored by Sneak. Sneak is one of our official sponsors over on our live stream. Sneak is a low-calorie, sugar-free energy drink. If you do go ahead and pick any of your Sneak up, be sure to use code FIFA Analyst at checkout. Thank you to Sneak for supporting the stream. That is my C tier list. So it's not that big. And the rest of these are kind of going to be cards, which I think are usable now. So hopefully you guys can pick a few of these cards out that you think, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and possibly put them into my team. I have tried to avoid, by the way, center attacking mids moving over to the wing. Like I am trying to stick to wingers here. There is a few exceptions which you are going to see, but I have tried to do that. So let's start off then with the wildcard Sterling that we got given, which I quite enjoyed this card, purely because when he came out, I think we were more surprised. 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. You know, having that boost on the weak foot really helps. There's a unique running animation, unique body type, obviously, with Sterling. The shot power is the biggest letdown on this card. But if you're after a player that's quick, pretty nimble, can dribble, can, get past a man with those skills as well, and do okay in that passing department, 86 short passing, 85 vision. Not amazing, but not terrible. He's okay. Again, a little bit expensive for what he is, but was a fun card kind of when he came out. I think he's better than the player of the month, though. The player of the month for me was woeful with the 3-star weak foot. Our next one. This card, actually, I think is phenomenal, bar one thing, and that is the weak foot, which holds him back. If he didn't have a 2-star weak foot, this guy would be so much higher than what he is, because those stats are out of this world. Brilliant shooting stats, bar the finishing. Composure at 86. Good agility and good balance. Passing is great. Curve at 96 as well. And as the outside of the foot shot trait to make up for that weak foot. 5-star skill moves. Can do the reverse Lasco, can do the Lasco, the ball roll scoop. Very good on the left foot. Just predictable because obviously he is a very one-footed. Obviously an SBC that has expired nowadays though. This one I still think is usable for players if you did him. I don't think so much like, I won't be like, I think he's expired now anyway, but you wouldn't go out your way to go and get him into your team. But if you've got him lying around in your club and you're thinking, I want to go untradeable, for a month or something, could I use Mahrez? And yeah, you can. 5-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. He's very quick. He's very good in the dribbling department. I personally didn't get on with him loads. He wasn't my favourite card when he came out, but he is certainly good for the majority of players to use. Certainly will do an option for you. It's just, links, nation, all that sort of stuff make him kind of less favourable in my opinion. Next up, again, a card which I wouldn't advise you to use in your team now, but if you've got him lying around and you kind of need to find a way in, Mahrez. I think he's better at cam, but if you have got him at right attacking mid, he can do the business on the finesse shot from long range. With the finesses, obviously, that he does have. You do want to put a chemistry style on to increase those long shots, though, for sure. Very good in the dribbling department. I love getting down the wing with him. I've still been using him recently. He reminds me very much of Neymar. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, obviously. And he has that sort of feel to me, which is why I've kind of put him in here, because I still think he is a very usable card and a fun card to use as well. So then, a new one to come in. I've been using this with our good man, Mr. Aubrey, in 2v2s. And it hurts me to say this because he's a dingle. He's a Wolves man. Me being a West Brom fan, not ideal. Trincao, he's tall, 6 foot, which, quite surprising. 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, high. Only reason why I like him is because he's just very good at getting past a man. If you're wanting to take the defender on with your winger, get past that fullback, which, not many wingers can do at times. He's got that ability to do it. 82 strength, a bit like Mbappe, can just kind of force his way through. He's got really good pace as well. If that's what you're after, he can do a job for you. So maybe look to give him a go. As I said, though, Wolves player, so we may be less inclined to use him, if you're like me. Marcus Rashford up next. You got the choice of the fire or the ice, your choice. I was going to put this in the lower tier, in the C tier, actually, because he's nowhere near as good as what he used to be. The only thing that saves him is 5-star skill moves. He's lost his weak foot. I think he's actually poor in the finishing department this year. I don't know what it is. He always seems to drag his shots wide. I'm not a massive fan of this card anymore. I used to love Rashford, and it hurts me to say he's not amazing. If you need a winger that is quick, got the skill moves, though, in the Premier League, got a little bit about them, can hold themselves, decent strength, good stamina as well, some backstick crosses, he can win a header every now and then. Rashford is certainly one to consider for you. Similar to Rashford in kind of how he feels in game, actually. Yannick Carrasco, we do have his 88 card, the headliner card. If you're over in La Liga, 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, high, 6'1". Overall, a very good card. He used to be 5'10", I think, on FIFA. They got his height wrong, and they've given him, obviously, the proper height that he should have, which has now made him feel a bit more clunky, which is why he's not actually used as much. But he is a good card. I think when it comes to Carrasco, I think about things like League, Nation, makes him a bit more difficult to get in. And obviously, there is better options in La Liga in that left wing spot, which obviously we'll talk about very shortly. He's not great anymore. He was good in his time, but he is still usable. Jonathan Bamba's rule breaker card. His shooting is now going to be a letdown for you. But with the pace that he has, the dribbling that he has, you're looking to just really burst away, hit on the counter, beat a man with good skill moves, with a good weak foot. Jonathan Bamba can do a job for you. Not the best options, again, obviously, in La Liga, but will certainly fill a gap for you while you're waiting maybe to get Mbappe out on the wing or something if you need to. And then last but not least in this tier, we're going to talk about Zaha. Zaha, some people would maybe argue put him lower, but I really liked him purely because of the pace, the dribbling, the 5-star skill moves, and what I felt like was good finishing. Because of the 87 finishing stat with 90 shot power and 86 composure, if you got it on the right foot, Zaha was very comfortable at putting the ball in the back of the net. Yes, it's not his main job as a winger, but with his height as well at 5'11", I almost felt like he could get past a man and hold his own with 82 strength, which I think is a massive thing for a winger. You know, when you think about like Insigne or Bamba, they get bullied a little bit because they're not the strongest. While as Zaha, definitely does allow himself to kind of do something there. So that is my B tier. That's what I would class as some of them very much usable now, some of them not so much, but wingers that can kind of do a job. And yeah, they do kind of work for us. So moving over to the A tier now, we are going to go ahead and talk about, first up, we'll go with a big man. Because he definitely deserves a mention, that's for sure. Some people put him in the higher tier, and I'd get that. I wouldn't have a problem with you putting him in the S tier. For me, he goes into this A tier, the top of the A tier, by the way, very close to being in the S tier. If you get this Team of the Year mentions card, then he's incredible. The only reason why I couldn't put him any higher is just because of that 3-star weak foot. It just makes him too predictable. If he had 4-star weak foot, he'd be incredible. Well, he is incredible, but he'd be in that S tier. He wouldn't have anything wrong with him, in my opinion. He's great dribbling. He's got good pace, good shooting, good passing, decent physical, well, really good physicals as well, I should say. It is just that weak foot which holds him back. He is by far one of the better wingers out there for you on that right-hand side. Just don't be too predictable. Don't turn in every time with him because players will just start to read you and it just gets too easy to defend against. Sticking over on that right wing, actually, I've been using his striker card, and I really like him. I'm going to butcher the name, and I apologise. I'm going to pick the striker card, but obviously the right wing, probably what most people look at, and that is Frederico Piecer. High medium, 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. What holds him back for me is the 5-star skill moves. He's a great card. I think if I had 5-star skill moves with him, I'd feel so much more confident in taking players on. Because he doesn't have that, it does just frustrate me a little bit at times. But other than that, a really, really well-rounded card. Great shot power. Composure a little bit low at 85, and you do notice that at times, especially on the weak foot. I've had that as a bit of an issue. But good short passing, good long passing. Vision a little bit low. Crossing low, really, as well for a winger. You take that into account. But yeah, certainly does offer an option. Now, I'm going to stick in Serie A for you. And I didn't get this guy done on my RTG, unfortunately. But that's going to be... It's not this one. Sorry. It is Verde, like that. And that is the objective card that was released. 5-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, medium low. Really good on the ball. 97 balance, 94 agility. Finishing 85, 96 shot power. It's the skill moves that make this card great. He can beat a man. Really, really can burst away. Brilliant pace, brilliant acceleration. You really can't moan with it. And does a job for us as well. Next up. Rule breaker Dembele. I'm just going to have a quick drink while I pull up this one. I kind of felt like he needed to be lower, but then I also feel like he can't be lower because he's 5-star, 5-star. He's still relevant even now. He just let himself down with the strength, the stamina, and the finishing, and the composure, which obviously is quite a lot. But because he's 5-star, 5-star, it always makes him hold his ground more in people's opinions of him, because he's like a cheap Neymar. Out on the wing, though, right attacking mid, you can beat a man very well with him because he's got good pace. Obviously, you can give him that pace a boost with the chemistry style, and the 5-star skill moves and the 5-star weak foot make things so much easier for you. Do I think he's incredible now? No, but he was phenomenal when he first came out. Go back into the Premier League now. We're going to talk about Sadio Mane, who... Mane, to me, I don't really get on with loads. Similar to kind of Chiesa in the sense that the 4-star, 4-star actually makes him a little bit frustrating to use. Like, if he just had that 5-star skill moves or the 5-star weak foot, he'd be in the S tier for sure. Because the card is very well rounded. But just when they don't have them, to me, they can never be a top FIFA player to use because of that. But 89 finishing, 86 composure, 82 crossing, 88 short pass, 88 vision, and 83 long shots. A very well-rounded card, obviously, for us to pick up as well. On that left-hand side here, and this to me has to be on the left-hand side, is Son. I really rate Son. He doesn't seem to get as much love this year as he has done in previous years. But 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. He has like almost a stocky body type, which makes him actually quite good to really hold his own, use that strength, kind of buddy pass players. Even though his strength only is 66, he does seem to kind of get away with that. What you get your saving grace here is the long shots. He has 90 long shots with 87 curve. I think, does he have the finesse shot trait as well? Yeah, finesse shot trait, which makes it 99 curve on a shot. Honestly, very, very lethal out on the wing, going in on that left-hand side. Puts it in, put it on the right foot. Can put it on the left foot as well on the other side if you wanted to, because of the 5-star. So this is a new one. Damsgaard. Most people will probably not be bothered by this card because of the league that he's in, unfortunately, in the nation, and I appreciate that. 4-star, 4-star, high-low. Very quick. Very, very good on the ball. Just, I don't know. I'd say league and nation, really. He's cheap, so if you can get him in, give him a go. If you are in Serie A, feel free to go and pick him up and see what you think. Just a very good card, one that I've enjoyed using over the last few days when playing twos, obviously on the with the new Future Stars promo that has come out. Now, I am going to talk about this card. I personally don't like him, but he does deserve a mention because he can work. And it's Hazard's Winter Wildcards card that came out a little while ago now. High, medium, 4-star, 4-star. Probably could be argued to play better in centre attacking mid than out on the wing, but you can put him on the wing absolutely no problem. Brilliant finishing, brilliant shot power, brilliant composure. Really good on the ball with the dribbling at 92 and 91 ball control. Stamina's 84. Strength is what it is. Just try him. If you haven't given him a go and you want to use in that left wing, he's got good traits with a finesse shot and the outside of the foot shot trait. Don't sleep on him. The only reason why I don't like him is he feels clunky. And Hazard's always been that way for me. But yeah, that's me maybe being too picky. Next up is Christian Pulisic. He had his fire card and his ice card. I used this one here. I can't remember if that was the fire one or not. But either way, foot versus fire. 83 shooting. 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. Actually, no, sorry, I didn't use this one. I used the 5-star skill moves one, the ice one. But obviously, he's got less shooting, which made his shooting at times be a little bit inconsistent. Medium. Fun card to use nonetheless, but very good at beating a man out on the wing, especially with the 5-star skill moves if you went for that version. If you didn't do this card, obviously, it's been in God now, so you can't look at it. Shot power at 91 on this one. He was just fairly solid for the type of card that we got out on that left wing. Next up is Diego Jotter. A lot of people didn't actually like this card. I personally loved it. I thought he was great. I thought he was very well rounded. I thought he could do a lot and was really good on the finesse with the long shot. Even though his long shots don't back it up, but he just felt very well for me. I can understand why people don't like him. I think he's still fairly expensive as well, actually, if I remember correctly, which is a bit of a surprise. What's he at now? Not even there for me, actually. Here we go. Yes, I mean, that's still fairly expensive. It's because obviously these cards are still upgrading. But if you haven't given him a go and you fancy trying someone else, possibly worth you picking up. Now, I've put this one in only because he's recently moved to Liverpool. And I believe his headliner card will update to Liverpool as well if he gets an upgrade. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys put that down below in the comment section. 4-star, 4-star. The reason why he's in here, kind of similar in a way to like some of the previous ones I mentioned, where they're very quick, can just beat a man really easily. Shot power 93, good composure 89 as well. 5'7", if I remember correctly, or 5'11", taller than I thought. Sorry, I thought he was 5'7". 86 finishing, just a fairly well-rounded card. The curve is a little bit lower at 84. Crossing is better at 88. If he moves to Liverpool, he's then easier to link. Obviously on the game this is because he's already moved. And vision at 84. Short passing at 83. Long passing 77. Be careful that long passing and short passing. You may want to increase that. Excuse me. So that's my 8 here. As I said, wingers are an interesting one, man. I don't feel like there's a lot. I don't feel like there's a lot of number 10s either, but hey, you let me know what you think so far. And then to finish it off, the S tier. This is the best wingers on the game. Again, not including heroes, not including icons. I'm going to put Vinnie Junior in to start off with. Take your pick on which card you want. Obviously, if you've got the player of the month, if you've got the headliners, Champions League, doesn't really matter. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. All incredible. The only thing I hate about this card is he can't finish his dinner. 83 finishing and 81 composure is the biggest letdown on him. Other than that, really good pace, really good in the dribbling department, can beat a man with ease, and passing is, again, wingers. Some of them just can't pass. 83 passing, 77 long pass, 84 vision. Isn't incredible, but hey, we'll make do with what we've got there. Probably the best winger, though, in a reasonable budget, that's for sure. Mbappe goes out on a wing for me because if you don't play him up front, that's where he's best. You can get a goal in Mbappe, and he's still by far one of the best left attacking mids on the game, left wingers on the game. Brilliant skill moves, good work rates for it as well, unless you'd like your winger to get back, obviously, a little bit. Good stamina, good strength, can hold his own, can beat the fullbacks, as I previously said. This one offers more in the finishing department, though. Again, passing a little bit lackluster with some poor crossing as well, but if you've got money to kind of burn, Mbappe's your man, along with Ginola, obviously, as well, out on that wing. Now, I don't like this guy out here so much, but he is worth talking about. I know I said I tried to keep like Mbappe out of this in terms of moving positions and whatnot, but they are what they are. Neymar, to me, is better at centre attacking mid than he is out on the wing because he, similar to Insigne, is as weak as anything. So do take that into account. Release the ball before a player gets near you, or make sure that you skill your way out of trouble because you will get punished. 5-star skill moves though, and 5-star weak foot. Fantastic on the ball. Brilliant curve. Long shots are technically poor with 81 and 80 shot power. Use a chemistry style to increase that and make sure you green time them, and you're normally pretty good. And then last but not least, to round it up for us, is Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi at right attacking mid this year, I think, is very solid, particularly the 95 version. If you can afford the Team of the Year version, then obviously he would be even better. He's very similar to the Salah in the sense that he can be too predictable, but I think he makes up more because he has that 4-star skill, 4-star weak foot. You can go on the weak foot with Messi. Do not be afraid to use it. It can work. So many people just go on the left foot all the time, and it's too easy to read, too predictable. Feel free to go ahead and use his right foot. Obviously, if you do get room on the left foot, though, hit it, bang it, he will score. That is my tier list, which I feel like it lacks a little bit. But I haven't, as I said, I tried to not include too many players that were strikers, that were centre attacking mids, or centre mids, whatever. I've tried to just keep it more to wingers. Easier said than done, though. And obviously some cards that I just think are outdated now, which is why I've kept them out, bar a few. Like Bamba, you could argue. Dembele, you could argue. And I get that as well. So you guys let me know what you think down below in the comment section, though. Who would you change? Who would you put in? Pop it down below. As always, thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.